Welcome to my channel, where your adventure into the future starts right now. Step into a vibrant universe filled with groundbreaking technology, breathtaking alien landscapes, and exhilarating sci-fi narratives that challenge your imagination. From daring explorations of distant galaxies to haunting journeys through dystopian societies, we uncover the most captivating stories and innovative ideas that will shape the world of tomorrow. Subscribe today and join us on an incredible intergalactic voyage that promises to inspire and thrill. The dawn of space travel was one of the most extraordinary achievements in human history, a testament to the unyielding drive for exploration and discovery that had propelled humanity from its humble beginnings on a small, blue planet to the vast expanse of the cosmos. From the first rocket launches to the establishment of interplanetary colonies, humanity had already achieved more than many thought possible. Yet, despite their impressive technological strides, humans were still bound by the immense distances that stretched between the stars. For centuries, even the most advanced human minds could only dream of a way to travel faster than light, to break free from the confines of their own solar system and reach the stars in a feasible amount of time. But the greatest limitation of all was time itself. The vastness of space was so overwhelming that many wondered if it was even possible for a species as young as humanity to achieve the impossible. And yet, as with so many of humanity's greatest breakthroughs, it was the sheer force of human ingenuity, creativity, and determination that overcame this barrier. The process was slow, fraught with setbacks, and filled with skepticism, but ultimately, humanity's inventiveness triumphed, creating the key that would unlock the stars. Faster-than-light travel, a concept that had once belonged only to the pages of science fiction, became a reality, and with it came a new era of exploration, discovery, and even conflict. The origins of humanity's faster-than-light (FTL) breakthrough lay not in a single eureka moment, but in decades, even centuries, of incremental advancements. It began with the understanding of quantum mechanics and relativity, two of the most perplexing and groundbreaking fields of physics. Scientists had long understood that the speed of light was a universal constant, an unbreakable limit for anything traveling through space. But humanity's relentless curiosity refused to accept that there were no other possibilities. The first steps were small, almost inconsequential in their simplicity. Early space exploration had been a journey of trial and error. Spacecraft ventured out into the depths of the solar system, exploring the planets, moons, and asteroids, collecting data and testing theories. At the same time, scientists and engineers worked tirelessly on understanding and manipulating the fundamental forces of nature. It was during this time that the first hints of the potential for faster-than-light travel began to emerge. The breakthrough came when scientists realized that the laws of physics as they were understood could be bent, twisted, and even warped in ways they had not previously imagined. The first theoretical models came from breakthroughs in the study of warp fields. In the 21st century, a team of researchers proposed that space itself could be manipulated, compressed in one direction and expanded in another, creating a bubble that would allow a spacecraft to effectively bypass the limitations of light speed. This bubble, known as a warp drive, would allow a ship to move through space without violating the fundamental laws of physics. In theory, it could contract the space ahead of the ship and expand the space behind it, creating a form of propulsion that allowed it to travel vast distances in an instant, without moving through space in the conventional sense. For many years, the warp drive was viewed as little more than a theoretical concept, an idea too abstract and far-fetched to ever be realized. The obstacles to its creation were immense. The amount of energy required to generate such a warp field was astronomical, and no materials existed that could withstand the immense forces generated by such a phenomenon. And yet, humanity's inventiveness drove them to overcome these challenges. Engineers and scientists around the world worked together, combining their knowledge of quantum mechanics, energy production, and materials science. They began to develop the first experimental prototypes, rudimentary warp engines that would later evolve into the sophisticated FTL systems humanity would eventually use to explore the stars. The early days of FTL research were filled with setbacks. Failures were common, and there were many moments when humanity seemed on the brink of abandoning the pursuit altogether. In the early 22nd century, a series of catastrophic accidents involving warp field generators left many questioning the feasibility of the project. But in typical human fashion, failure only fueled the drive to succeed. Scientists dug deeper into the mysteries of quantum physics, uncovering new principles that would allow them to overcome the obstacles in their way. It was during this time that they discovered the key to unlocking the potential of faster-than-light travel, a breakthrough in the understanding of exotic matter. Exotic matter, a theoretical form of matter with negative energy density, was thought to be the only material capable of stabilizing a warp field. The discovery of a way to produce and harness this exotic matter changed everything. Researchers realized that by using a controlled amount of exotic matter in conjunction with powerful energy sources, they could create stable warp bubbles capable of achieving faster-than-light travel. The first successful test of this technology took place in the 23rd century, when humanity's first functional warp drive was demonstrated. The event was heralded as one of the greatest milestones in human history. However, the implications of this discovery were far-reaching. It meant that humanity was no longer confined to their home planet or even their solar system. The stars were no longer out of reach. Space was suddenly open to them, a vast frontier that was waiting to be explored. But with this newfound freedom came new challenges and dangers. As humanity pushed out into the galaxy, they encountered other civilizations, some friendly, some hostile. The pace of exploration quickened, and new technologies were developed to meet the demands of interstellar travel. Colonies were established on distant planets, and the first interstellar trade routes were opened. For the first time in history, the human race was no longer bound by the slow crawl of traditional space travel. They could move faster than the speed of light. The consequences of faster-than-light travel were felt throughout the galaxy. Humanity's ability to travel between stars disrupted the balance of power in ways no one could have anticipated. Old empires, long-standing alliances, and ancient traditions began to crumble under the weight of the human influence. No longer was Earth confined to the distant edges of galactic politics. Humanity was now a force to be reckoned with. The faster-than-light technology allowed them to expand rapidly, establishing a presence in every corner of the galaxy, from the frozen ice worlds of distant moons to the lush, habitable planets scattered across star systems. The first contact with alien civilizations was both thrilling and terrifying. Initially, many alien races were cautious, suspicious of humanity's rapid technological leap. Some saw humanity's arrival as a potential threat to the established order of the galaxy. Others viewed it as a sign of hope, a new ally in the complex web of galactic politics. But for the most part, humanity's arrival was seen as a disruption to the natural order. For centuries, the galaxy had been dominated by a few powerful civilizations, and the idea of a species as young and volatile as humanity suddenly gaining the ability to travel faster than light was unsettling. There were those who believed that humanity's impulsive nature and boundless curiosity would eventually lead to disaster. The first major conflict between humans and an alien species came when humanity, in its desire to explore and settle new worlds, clashed with a long-standing alien empire that controlled a vast sector of the galaxy. The war was brutal, marked by intense battles across multiple star systems. Despite being outmatched in terms of military technology, humanity's ingenuity and adaptability allowed them to hold their ground. New tactics, new weapons, and new strategies were developed at an astonishing rate, and by the end of the conflict, humanity had not only survived but emerged victorious. The impact of humanity's FTL travel was not limited to warfare. The technology revolutionized trade, communication, and exploration. Humanity quickly became a dominant force in galactic commerce, establishing trade routes that spanned vast distances and brought together species from all corners of the galaxy. Knowledge flowed freely between worlds, and cultural exchanges between humans and alien species flourished. The discovery of new resources and technologies propelled humanity's growth, and the colonies established by early spacefarers became bustling hubs of industry and innovation. In the years following the development of FTL travel, humanity's influence only grew. They established vast fleets of exploration vessels, each one capable of reaching distant stars in a matter of days or weeks. The pace of discovery accelerated, and new planets were charted at an astonishing rate. Humanity's understanding of the galaxy deepened, and the mysteries of the universe began to unfold before them. But faster-than-light travel was not without its challenges. As humanity spread out across the galaxy, they encountered more and more hostile forces. The galaxy, once thought to be a peaceful and orderly place, was revealed to be a chaotic and dangerous environment, filled with ancient species whose motives were often inscrutable. Some of these civilizations welcomed humanity's arrival, eager to engage in diplomatic relations and trade. Others, however, viewed humanity as a threat and sought to undermine their efforts to expand. Skirmishes broke out, and humanity's first interstellar wars were fought, with casualties on both sides. But even in the face of such adversity, humanity's inventiveness proved to be their greatest weapon. New technologies, new strategies, and new forms of cooperation emerged as humans continued to adapt to the ever-changing galaxy. The ability to travel faster than light had changed everything. Humanity was no longer a species confined to a single planet. They had become a force in the galaxy, with the potential to shape the future of countless worlds. And as the centuries passed, it became clear that humanity's inventiveness, their unrelenting drive to overcome the impossible, would continue to propel them forward. Faster-than-light travel was just the beginning. The universe, with all its wonders and dangers, lay open before them, waiting to be explored and understood. As humanity continued to push the boundaries of space, there was no telling what the future held. But one thing was certain: the stars were no longer out of reach. Faster-than-light travel had forever changed the course of human history, and the galaxy would never be the same again.